You weren't born a cornerback. You were born in a tiny apartment in the middle of the city. No silver spoon, no backyard, just ramen for dinner. Hand-me-down shoes and a mom working 2 shifts just to keep the lights on. You grew up small, not linebacker material, but fast, and you figure it out early. If you can't fight bigger, you'd better run faster. When that's not enough, you run your mouth. Turns out it's your best armor. You're the scrawny kid talking circles around big kids, ducking fists, sprinting off the playground with a grin. You talk your way out of the principal's office and right back in. Eventually, you get invited to the schoolyard football games. And guess what? You're the one nobody can catch. You stick to the biggest kid at recess, step for step, shutting him down until he just stops calling for the ball. You grin in his face, mouth off loud enough for everyone to hear, and jog back to the huddle like you own the playground. Cocky? Maybe. But hey, you can afford to be. And that's how you get picked to be a cornerback. The kid they trust to lock down the other team's best receiver one-on-one. Basically, your job's simple. Glue yourself to their golden boy and make him disappear. By middle school, the island becomes your second home. A cornerback's island means you're alone. No safety net, no zone. Just your feet, eyes, and brain against the best they've got. Lock him down, or watch your whole team blame you for 6 points. You line up inches from the wideout's face, helmet to helmet, heartbeat drowning out the world. QB claps. You jam him at the line, flip your hips, match him step for step. Ball comes your way, you slap it down, stare him dead in the eye. That all you got? One snap and you're in his head. Next time he lines up, he remembers. You own that space now. High school? Same game, bigger stakes. Friday night lights, muddy turf, packed stands buzzing while college scouts lean on the fence. Coach says, you got their number 1 tonight. Press him. He spins, cuts, bolts for the end zone. You're right there. Every step. Most games you're locked in. Ankles sore, hips tight, fingers jammed from press drills. And still, you erase almost every route they run. But nobody talks about that. They talk about the one slip, the last-second Hail Mary where you trip, the receiver leaps, and you're the kid eating dust while the whole stadium goes wild. You feel it Monday morning. Locker whispers. Coaches, you'll get him next time, with that look that says he's not so sure. Corners don't get credit. They get blamed. No stat for the 14 routes you erased. Just the one they caught. But you keep going, because deep down, you crave it. The roar of a crowd, the chase, the idea that some hotshot wideout thinks he can embarrass you, and you get to ruin his day. It's worth every setback. Senior year, you live in the film room, routes on repeat until you dream in fades and backpedals. Hips don't lie. Read those, not shoulders. Watch his eyes, his hands. You drill it till you can flip your hips and run. That's how you stick to a receiver's side without losing a step. Over and over, until your legs feel like rubber bands ready to snap. By 18th, you're the corner every scout wants. All state, highlight tape on loop. Then college football, full ride, D1. Coaches brag, nobody gets open on him. Best feet we've seen since primetime. Mom cries when you sign your letter. You pack up your room in that tiny apartment for a campus 2 states away. Your dorm's basically a shoebox. But when you step on that field, it feels like freedom. Endless. First game, you line up against their state receiver. NFL scouts in the stands. He trash talks you all first half. 3 quarters later, he's got 2 catches, 9 yards. That's it. Every route, you're glued to his hip, step for step, swatting passes away before he even gets his hands up. When he shoves you after the whistle, you just grin. Hey, don't get mad at me. You wanted man coverage. But he's not your only test. A back breaks loose. The linebacker misses. And now it's you. 180 pounds against 220 at full speed. You hit him low, wrap him up, shoulder pops. Pain shoots down your arm. He drags you 5 yards before he finally goes down. College ball hits different. You're in a sling for weeks, stuck watching film and stretching while everyone else keeps their edge. You come back as soon as you can, but you're still overcompensating every cut, ankles wrapped so tight they feel like gas, turf toe flaring up every time you plant, and that shoulder barely holding together. Guess that's the trade. Aches, tape, pills, whatever it takes to keep your spot. But hey, they start calling you the blanket, draped over every route. No gaps, no escape. And the better you are, the less they notice. For a corner, the ultimate respect is being ignored. Do your job right, the QB doesn't even look your way. Quiet games are wins, but quiet doesn't make highlight reels. Quiet doesn't get you endorsements. Quiet doesn't get you paid. But you'd rather a QB skip your sight than light you up for 6, so you keep your mouth shut and stay invisible. Draft day comes. Not first round, not second. Congrats. You're the value pick. Translation? Prove you're worth every dollar they're not paying you. You step onto an NFL practice field. Everyone here was the star back home. The best player on every field they ever touched. Everyone's faster, sharper. Your first snap? Some all-pro hits you with a double move so clean you see stars. DB coach grabs your shoulder pad. They'll test you again. Stay locked. Doesn't break you. It sharpens you. You study tape on the team plane. Ice your legs every night. Wake up with bruises you don't even remember getting. First season, you got mossed. The clip goes viral. The highlight lives forever. The 3 passes you broke up? Crickets. You're hashtag burnt toast for a week. You save every meme, every joke, turn it into fuel. You're still that fearless kid on the blacktop, glued to the biggest on the field. Next game, you lock down their biggest wideout, jump a route, and run it back 40 yards. Week after that, another breakup in the red zone. Fans chanting your name. You string together wins. The tape says it all. Throw here if you're feeling brave. Year 2, 4 picks, a highlight run back, first Pro Bowl. Fans chant your name from the nosebleeds. Year 3, the checks get bigger. The cars flashier. Your condo's got marble counters, a rooftop view, a pool you half enjoy. You throw parties for people you would have begged for an autograph just 5 years ago. At 25, you're that guy. Fans chant your name from the nosebleeds. Wide receivers pray the OC doesn't send them your way. But here's the catch. If no one throws at you, you've got no picks, no breakups, no highlights. No stats means no leverage when your agent sits down with the GM. You're lockdown good. So good, you're invisible. But you can't pay for that fancy life with invisible. So you run your mouth, bait them, poke them like you did on the blacktop. Anything to get the ball thrown your way. Because now, you'd rather get tested than ignored. You're chasing the highlight, the pick, the big play. But it only takes one slip, one perfect deep ball over your shoulder. Rookie WR you underestimated burns you for 60 yards. Never mind the safety was late. Never mind the turf was slick. Your number's the one on screen. The memes hit by midnight. Your phone lights up. More burnt toast jokes on loop. Mom texts, ignore them, baby. You wish you could. You tell yourself it was a fluke, just one slip. So you talk louder in practice, bait them harder in games. You stay up later in the film room, tape your ankles so tight they go numb. Doesn't matter. Next game, same slip. Another highlight, another meme, another reason to throw your way. Quarterbacks smell blood. They test you again and again. That half step you lost, that's 6 points. You finished the year with 10 breakups, a pick, and a Pro Bowl nod. Nice job. They draft your replacement, 6'2", 4'3" speed, cocky as you used to be. He wears your number. He calls you OG, and you hate the way he says it, like you're a relic. Coach asks you to mentor him. You nod. What else can you do? You watch him study your old tape, your prime, while you limp to the cold tub. The locker room moves on without you. Season ends. You tell your agent you've got another year in you. Hips still flip, legs still work. He says he'll see what he can do. You already know what that means. You still wait, but your phone doesn't ring. The worst part isn't the silence, it's the reminders of what you gave away. The highlight reels never show the bruises or the film room all-nighters. Fans just think you fell off. They don't see the shoulder you wrecked on that tackle that still clicks when you move, or the pills you pop just to keep your legs under you, or the bone-deep ache that hits every time you stand up too fast. That's how it ends. Not with cheers, but with silence. Years pass. You coach DBs at a small college, run a gym on the side, teach the next kid how to plant, how to bait, how to talk just enough to get tested, but not enough to get torched. You tell them, one slip, that's all it takes for them to forget your name. But you also tell them this: when it's 3rd and goal and the whole stadium holds its breath, and you're the only thing standing between 6 points and the win, that's yours. That's forever, even if nobody remembers it but you. Sometimes on Sunday nights you watch the games, see some rookie get burned like you did, point 4. Hear fans boo a cornerback for giving up one play, like they'd last a single snap out there. You shake your head. Some things they'll never understand. For a few seasons you stood alone. Every wideout knew exactly who you were. The island, the challenge, the respect. For a moment it was all yours. It wasn't easy. It wasn't fair. And when it was over, nobody cared. That's why it sucks to be a cornerback.